parking here this afternoon. Give evidence of that.
and I knew with you it'd be easy. I will be the one, I will be the one, I will be the one. I will be the one, I will be the one, I will be the one. I will be the one, I will be the one, I will be the one for you. Be the one, I've touched your soul. Be the one, be the one, I've touched your soul. Be the one.
To and gentlemen, welcome to Aspiration Training Learner and Employer Awards. Please welcome on stage your hosts for the awards, Neil Tamplin and Mike Jones.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to our Learner and Employer Awards for this year. I'd like to just kick off and extend a massive welcome to everybody who's online on YouTube, but also those that are coming in via Zoom, and most importantly, let's welcome our award winners with a big round of applause to say welcome. So the delivery of apprenticeships and traineeships and skills in all really is only possible with the support of our partners and our friends. And a successful apprenticeship programme is really only possible with support from employers, support from the learners and our teams, but also our friends and partners. So I'd like to welcome and say a big thank you, first of all, to the sponsors of our awards who've really supported us this year to help every single learner progress and achieve their successful goals. So firstly, a big welcome to ACT, our partner over in Wales. Thank you for your support this year and for sponsoring some of the awards today. Thank you to ACT. Also like to welcome and say thank you to City and Guilds. We have Maurice, I believe, who's joining us online as well. So big welcome and thank you to City and Guilds. We have Youth Employment UK, who we partner with this year, particularly around our traineeship programme. So thank you to YE UK for supporting our younger learners as well. And also to Innovate. Innovate have been a fantastic partner of ours this year and one of our primary awarding bodies alongside City and Guilds and NCFE. Hi to Olivia and to Jess, who are joining us today. So a big welcome to you guys. And also thank you to NCFE. We have Dan Howard joining us this morning. And we want to say thank you to Dan for your sponsorship. And last but by definitely no means least, thank you very much to Smart Apprentices who've supported all of our learners with the platform we use to progress. So thank you to Smart Assessor and Ryan and the team there. So thank you. Without further ado, we're going to launch straight into our first award for today, which is the Outstanding Contribution to Workforce Development in England. And I'm delighted to announce that our winner this year is Little Swans Day Nursery in the early years sector, which has been kindly sponsored by Smart Apprentices. So thank you and well done to Little Swans. And let's hear the fantastic nomination for Little Swans.
Nominated Little Swans because the whole time I've worked with Aspiration Training, coming up to 10 years now, I've been placed in this setting. We've had numerous apprentices qualified, both level 2 and level 3. We've had ups and downs, but with communication between me and Sam, then we've always got there in the end.
Little Swans has been here for 20 years. We celebrated our 20th birthday in August this year. We started with a very small nursery and have expanded over the years. We have 124 children that attend the nursery, a large staff team which is built up of qualified staff and apprentices, which make up 50% of our ratio alongside our qualifieds.
My relationship with Sam has obviously developed over the years. She keeps me up to date with any updates of staff, of the setting. COVID times, closures, I always knew when the staff were going on to furlough and then when they were coming back if it was flexi furlough. So again, telephone calls, emails, regular messages. It's a fantastic working relationship.
Training is really important to the earlier sector and nurseries because obviously parents want to know their children are being well looked after to a good level and a good standard. Doing that through an apprenticeship programme enables us to make sure that staff know their knowledge and their practice, and through their training we get to see that applied over the 2 years that it takes for staff to get fully qualified with us.
A level 3 apprentice. I've been here for just over 2.5 years. Aspiration training has been good. Whenever I've needed help, I've been able to get the help. So if I was stuck in anything, I could just ask. And they're always supportive, so if you're ever behind or you need some extra help or time, they'd always be able to give it you.
With Aspiration Training, we started using them over 10 years ago. Right from the start, we had a really good relationship. They understood our work and how we need to work and fit apprenticeships into our busy day at nursery. And we understood the commitments that they have. And just over the years with Emma, we've just managed to get a really good balance. So I'm quite confident to phone Emma if I've got any concerns about the apprentices or if we need to change things to suit the needs of the nursery, particularly on that day. We just complement each other really, really well. I think Emma can see that we're a nursery that really strives to do well and really put as much effort into what we do every day with the apprentices. I would like to think as a team and as a manager we do support the apprentices. Emma can contact me if we've got staff that are falling behind or needing extra time and help, and between us we work a plan to support those apprentices to achieve their qualification.
I found out the news that Little Swans had won when I came back off annual leave, so I received the email from Sarah. I was really, really pleased for them. It really made my day. When I phoned Sam to tell her the news, she was literally cheered down the phone. She was really, really, really pleased, and I think it made her day too.
A real nice surprise, especially with the past couple of years with the coronavirus and the pandemic. A lot of nurseries have felt the pressure of that, so it was really nice to see that our what we've tried to do has been recognised.
So a big well done to Little Swans. What an absolutely fantastic partnership there. And thank you also to Emma for your stunning nomination. I know you guys are absolutely committed to supporting every apprentice with that off the job, and it really is fantastic to have such a great partner to work alongside. So thank you and well done to Little Swans Day Nursery.
Okay, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Great to be here again to talk about the celebration of awards. My first introduction to this, and the first award I will be talking about is the Health and Social Care Employer of the Year. And the winner for that is Abbey Lodge, Health and Social Care Employer of the Year for 2021. And that's been sponsored again by Smart Apprentices. We've got a short video now that we'll take you through to see what the nomination was for.
The reason I nominated Wendy and Abbey Ambitions is because there's the personal touch to everything, but they've made me feel so welcome when I come into the home. During COVID, it's been very difficult, especially at the beginning, because the guys got signed up sort of last August when everything was still happening and still going on. So they attended the workshops, and I was in constant contact with Wendy, to be fair, to arrange tests and case studies and visits and things. But obviously, you know, she puts her residents first, she put the individuals first. There's only 4 in this home and 4 in the other home, but I couldn't come up until they were double jabbed. Every time I come up I have to have an LFT test, and I get chased around the house with a temperature gauge until that happens. As soon as I was allowed in, I was allowed in, which was absolutely brilliant.
We moved to Wales in 2004. We took over both the care homes, residents with learning disabilities and other complex needs. We employ 19 people. Mostly as support workers, support staff. We're really proud because by the time we finish with this group of people who are completing their QCF qualification at the moment, we'll be probably 95% fully trained.
I've had extensive training up here, to be honest. Things from infection control, food hygiene at the workplace, medication training, a whole list more.
Over the short time that I've been able to come here, that Wendy and I have built up a good relationship, a nice working relationship where, you know, I support her with things and she supports me with things.
But Vix from Aspiration Training has been amazing in helping us catch up and do everything correctly to be able to achieve the qualifications in the end.
So I'm very respectful that this is where they live. So I'm sitting where they want to, doing what they want to, fitting everything in around their needs.
Not surprised that Aspiration has recognised Wendy for this award, because she is very hard-working and hands-on. If anything needs to be done, anything needs to be addressed, she's there within minutes to address the situation, and she always puts the employees and the service users at the centre of everything. They're the priorities.
So the staff are paramount in everything that we do, and we like to think that we're part of that team. We work quite hands-on, we do night shifts and day shifts, and so we know what the job is. We don't expect anyone to do anything that we wouldn't do ourselves. And just respect, mutual respect, I think, between everyone.
When I was aware of Wendy winning the award, I wasn't surprised, to be honest. That is the top and bottom of it.
And since that day, Vix filled us in a little bit more about why she nominated us. We didn't do anything different for Vix. It was just something we do all the time, every day. So I guess it just supports the fact that we're getting some things right.
You know, I'm always amazed by, you know, the friendliness, they've been made to feel welcome, all about the individuals. No, it's more than a care home. It's their home.
I am so sorry I can't be with you all today, but I would like to take this opportunity to say a big thank you to everyone at Aspiration Training, and especially Vix, our coach, who nominated Abbey Ambitions for this wonderful award. On behalf of my husband Sam and myself and all the staff team at Abbey Ambitions, a great big thank you.
So there we have, fantastic award. Big congratulations to Wendy and her team at Abbey Lodge, very well deserved. Fantastic nomination as well from Vix in Wales. Well done, really, really pleasing to see. And again, what we're here for.
Thank you, Neil. So next we are on to the hotly contested Childcare Employer of the Year. And I'm very pleased to announce our winner this year is Bristol Childcare.
Bristol Childcare has been going for 50 years this year, which we're very proud of that. It was started by my mum and dad, Bruce and Sue, and some of our staff have been with us for over 30 years. So we're a family-run business and we treat our staff as a professional family. That's a really important part of our ethos.
When, you know, it comes this time of year and we have to think if there's anyone we want to nominate, Bristol Childcare was the first one that came to my mind because of the support and the time that they put into their apprentices. I'm working with sort of 16 apprentices across 3 settings at the moment, and there's a lot more than just getting out of ratio to come and see me or getting out of ratio to go and do the functional skills. They get a lot more holistic training, safeguarding, health and safety, that kind of thing put in outside of their apprenticeship requirements.
With all the staffing challenges in the childcare sector at the moment, then we see apprenticeships as a fantastic way to build a staff team, and so we're really focusing on that and building our teams from apprentices, and that's why we put so much work into our apprentices, because we hope that they'll be part of our teams for many, many years.
They really sort of take time to sort of foster and develop their apprentices, especially those new ones that are completely fresh into childcare. Being able to give them that time during the working week to focus on coursework if it's needed, or those experiences in the room with other staff, to sort of have those conversations, gain knowledge from others is sort of really, really valued.
At the start of COVID, literally as lockdown happened, 5 apprentices were signed up in the courthouse nursery, and it went from seeing them every month to not meeting them at all and doing everything over Zoom. And the setting just worked with that. They were like, okay, they can see you at home, we'll give them half days, they can do their Zoom meetings with you that way. If you need observations, we can do them in the setting and send it as witness testimony. So it didn't affect the apprentices at all.
Yeah, training's really important for our apprentices, but also for all our staff. We're all learning all of the time. I think sometimes the staff say to me, Safia, just stop, because we're always coming up with new ideas, and we have managers meetings and curriculum lead meetings, so we're constantly reflecting and evaluating and trying to be the best we can be.
Earlier on in the year, when we transitioned to learners having to do workshops instead of a one-to-one session with myself, the transition was sort of seamless. Okay, we have been working like this, but now we're going to work like this, and that was fine.
Well, I think she's very kind to have put us forward. We're very flattered. I think it's because of our working relationship with all the employees I work with at Aspiration. They're a fantastic team and they're really, really supportive, and they help us to support our apprentices.
I've been with the company for 30 years and I'm really pleased that the nursery has won this award, because I think it's valued that it's a family-run business and everybody is recognised, including apprentices. Yeah, I'm absolutely thrilled.
Thought it was well deserved, because a lot of times it's just a cycle. You get apprentices in, you get them out, and it's sort of like not a thankless task, but no one ever says, you know, you're doing a really good job. This is, you know, what you're doing is worthwhile.
It's really great for them to be recognised, all the hard work that gets put in place across all 3 nurseries, management teams. Safia as well, you know, she's really involved in knowing what the apprentices do as well, so it was really good.
Pleased to accept it on behalf of the whole team, because it's a whole team effort to support apprentices. So the managers do the logistics of making sure that they can staff the rooms properly, but then also all the staff in the rooms are part of that, because they respect and value the apprentices' training, and so they support them in going to have that time out. So it's a team effort. So I see it as a team award, which is really lovely for the team.
So well done to Bristol Childcare, who are our Childcare Employer of the Year, and thank you also to our sponsors, Innovate Awarding. Hello, Safia. Lovely to see you there. I also just wanted to say personally thank you, Safia, because I know you've added so much to our response to COVID in terms of developing our plans for support in the early years sector. So thank you very much for your ongoing contribution, and to all of the team. You must be very proud, and I can see the team are there too, but thank you. Well done.
Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, everyone at Aspiration, for all the help and support you give us.
Absolutely. Have a fantastic Christmas. Thank you very much, Safia, and well done to Bristol Childcare.
Thank you.
Okay, so I get the honour of announcing the next award, and that's for the Business Services Employer of the Year. And that award goes to Pont Havern Association. And again, this award has been sponsored by ACT. We'll show you the video, and we'll be able to talk then, hopefully, to people after that.
So I nominated Pont Havern because I've worked with them for the last 3 or 4 years on various management qualifications. I have 7 or 8 learners each time when I'm here to see them. And then obviously since COVID, we were doing a lot of learning over Zoom, which has worked well. They do a hell of a lot for all the local people. You haven't just got to be local, you can be from outside as well. People are referred here.
Pont Havern grew from local people who were looking for somewhere that they felt safe, felt comfortable. People with mental health issues, learning difficulties, and just didn't have somewhere to go. So there was a small group got together and they set up a charity.
We offer counselling, one-to-one support, group work, telephone support, all sorts of different things. We've got outreaches into schools, attachments to the rugby club, so we're probably one of the main sources of mental health support in this area, certainly.
We have had an increase in staff. I think we've got 18 paid members of staff at the moment, and I feel that as the world is changing and developing, especially through COVID, you know, without some of my leadership and management qualifications, it would have been a lot harder to put the strategies in place that we needed to close the business down but still operate or working from home. So I think it's really important that we keep learning and developing and implement that for our staff team as well.
What we do need to ensure though is that we have a staff team that are educated, have empathy, are courageous, but also have the skills in place to enable them to do their jobs well.
They're passionate about people and inspiring people through education. So not only are they here as a service to help these people, they also try and educate them to get them back into society. So our values are very, very similar.
So all our team have some type of training constantly. And one of the things that the senior teams have done is to do the ILMs 3, 4 and 5.
Aspiration training have been brilliant. I've worked with other training providers before, and because we work in such a reactive environment, it's really hard sometimes to always include your training within your workplace, whereas Aspiration have really been brilliant at trying to fit in with our team as well.
We've been working with Aspiration for quite a while, and they're very supportive. There's a wealth of knowledge that comes from Jackie, and she encourages us to think about our work in a different way. They are very good at adapting to the kind of organisation we are, because we don't do things in the traditional way that a business qualification would normally lay out. So it's really interesting to work with them and marry those two approaches, really.
For me to work with, they're so accommodating to myself. Before COVID, I used to come here regularly. I wouldn't even have to bring lunch. Lunch was provided for me. I could have tea and coffee on tap. I always feel that when I come here, I'm part of it. I don't feel an outsider. alongside her. Like I've walked in today and everyone speaks to me. We just get on so well. We've built up a really good working relationship together.
Jackie had messaged me to say that we'd won, and it was at the end of a particularly stressful day in work, and it was just absolutely lovely to be recognised for something like that, because it has been a tough time for everybody, but working mental health especially so it was really lovely to be recognised for this.
I think we should say thank you to Aspiration. It does make a difference. We would have struggled to get the quality of training and support from another provider, so that has made a difference. For our strategy as an organisation to see people grow individually is a really good mix, and it works well for us, so thank you.
Great stuff. So there, again, fantastic nomination, and well done to Jackie for putting that forward. I know from speaking with Jackie, she's really told me about how Pont Havren have really used the skills that they've been embedded in the workplace to really help them thrive through a very difficult time that we've all been through over the last couple of months. And I know last year even, and I know we've got some of the team there. So I think we've got Robin in attendance, and I think we've got Claire as well. So congratulations both. Thank you very much for allowing yourselves to be filmed and for the feedback that you've given us. Absolutely fantastic. Really, really well deserved winners. So thank you very much. Well done. Thank you.
Well done. And we're going to move now next on to our Dental Employer of the Year, another sector that's had lots of challenges but really risen to that challenge to support our patients through the pandemic. So our Dental Employer of the Year this year is Blossom Dental Care. So congratulations to Blossom, and thank you to our sponsor NCFE for supporting this award. Let's hear a little video from Blossom.
So I nominated Blossom Dental Care for Dental Employer of the Year. They're absolutely beautiful. I've been dealing with them for 5 years across 2 providers now, and they're very passionate about bringing new nurses in and training them up and giving them adequate training and mentoring on site to be able to train up into the career that they want to be in.
So the practice has been here for around 60 years as a dental practice. Initially the practice was sort of 3 surgeries, and we're currently 7 surgeries, so we've expanded quite a lot in the last sort of 9.5 years.
They've employed around 20 apprentices over 5 years and put them through the qualification and seen them from beginning to end, and unleash new dental nurses into the industry really.
If we can have the right training for them, we can have the best nurse we can have, and then in turn the patients get the best care, because dental nurses are really important in the patient care. If they receive the best training, we're going to have the best nurses.
They're really passionate about staff across the board, so they don't just look at bringing in new dental nurses, they look at existing staff and how they can help them with their skills. They've put a few through our distance learning courses. If it wasn't for the fact that Kerry was already on a management course, she wanted to go on that as well. So they're always looking at ways to advance their staff.
It's a fantastic place to work. There's very supportive team members. We have got quite a lot of trainees at the moment, so you can see their progress from, we've had some that have started quite recently to some that have started like a year ago to 2 years ago to qualifying, so you can see them all progressing.
It's very much a two-way street with me and Kerry. We look at each other for support a lot. She's brought in a lot of training and trainees, and she's kind of taught me about dental as well, so it's made me better at my job.
Louise has been absolutely brilliant. Just aside from the normal recruitment of trainee dental nurses, I've also had some issues with the government funding. Louise has been on hand to help me out with that, and she's gone above and beyond, you know, helping with the support that I've needed in the documentation to satisfy the government for their funding standards, really.
So I think it's a very good relationship that we've got, and it just gets stronger and stronger, and I think that's the reason that I nominated them above other practices.
I believe Aspiration Training have chosen us because we are a family-friendly dental practice. We're a great team that really cares for our patients, and we want more people on board that can help us achieve our goals of being a #1 family-orientated dental practice in York.
Because of the amount of people I've helped into a career in dental nursing, it's good to be recognised for that, and I think that they kind of just do that anyway because of the good nature that they've got about the practice. I don't think that they give themselves enough recognition for that, and they need to be recognised for what they do.
It's so great to be recognised for all the hard work that everyone's put in at the practice.
I'd like to say thank you to Aspiration Training for providing us with support on recruitment and more. But I'd really like to say thank you to the rest of my team for all sticking together and working as hard as they have been. Without the team, you know, this wouldn't have been possible.
So well done to Blossom Dental Care, another cracking nomination. Thank you to Louise for the nomination there. The passion really does shine through there for the investment and development of your team. But well done. I know we're going to hear now from Kerry and Jess. Just a quick hello. You must be very proud and congratulations. Well done.
Thank you.
Really fantastic to build the partnership with you and build on that teamwork that's clearly evident there. But well done. Enjoy your celebrations today and keep supporting those apprentices in the way that you're doing, because you're doing a marvellous job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well done. So we're now going to move on to our Apprentice Awards for the day, and that is our next award up is the Apprentice Learner of the Year. We've had lots and lots of nominations for this one, but I can reveal our very worthy winner this year is Dorcas Ogunle. So congratulations to Dorcas, and thank you to NCFE for your sponsorship of our Apprentice Learner of the Year. And let's hear from Dorcas.
I'm a health assistant, so I take care of vulnerable people. I take care of elderly. I take care of people who can't really take care of themselves. I just assist them.
I met Dorcas in 2019 originally. My first visit with her and her vocational coach, where we had identified lots of different needs that would need to be supported. So she needed sort of different interventions to be put into place to support her through her qualification. Put a plan of action into place where myself, her vocational coach and her skills coach met her on a 3-weekly basis, where we were able to collaboratively work together. We all put the input in for her so she could achieve. She met every time her targets were there, she met them. She, had to go at everything. Even though it might have not always been right, she still did it. And it was just lovely, lovely, lovely to see her really just excel in herself. And the confidence you could see every time, she just grew and grew in confidence. And it was just lovely to see.
She lacked a lot of confidence, thinking she didn't have the ability to do what she was doing. So I helped support her build up her confidence skills with that. Today is the first time I've actually met her face to face. So it's quite nice, like we've just been talking, saying, the one-to-one sessions on Zoom, it was like an hour and a half we used to have. We used to have a little break in between, so she used to get a drink, I used to get a drink, and it was very relaxed.
She went on to do her exams and passed them all, and just the most happiest, loveliest of conversations to hear, like screaming down the phone because she's so excited. And her parents in the background were so excited, they were screaming for her. So it was just a lovely, lovely story.
They've recognised her because she's an apprenticeship that has struggled with confidence skills, building them up. She's young and she's learning in care as well, but also the pressures of COVID. And she had to self-isolate for quite a few weeks, so she was still doing her learning through Aspiration training to build up that confidence. But yeah, I think that's how they've recognised her.
They saw potential. They saw that this girl was a very hard worker. They saw that even though I've been through hard times, I was able to get up and try again, and even led to this moment. I guess that's what they saw in me.
This award has meant that her confidence has really come on from 0 up to 10 now. She's a more confident person in her job role and within her own social skills, to the point where she wants to start going on to the next steps of her career pathway. And she's young enough to do that, to achieve that as well.
I just want to thank everyone who was there for me through my ups and downs, so I just want to thank them.
Well done, Dorcas. I told you you could do it. you kept saying, I can't do this anymore. And I said, you can do it, and you've got it, and you've won. So well done.
To Dorcas, I must say that brought an absolute tear to my eye there, hearing your story. We support over 3,000 apprentices a year, and you are an absolute hero this year. So well done to Dorcas for winning our Apprentices of the Year. Congratulations, and keep building those skills, keep believing in yourself, and keep achieving your potential, because you're an absolute superstar, Dorcas.
Thank you everyone who supported me through ups and downs. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, have a fantastic Christmas.
And you too, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. So we're now going to move on to our next award, which is the Traineeship Learner of the Year award. Again, a very hotly contested award this year. Very pleased to announce our winner, which is Chance Hen.
I met Chance a few years ago at Halesowen College. He didn't like it at the college and decided that he wanted to get employment. I supported him to find different ways to get into employment and referred him on to Aspiration training.
He was a very anxious young man with additional learning needs, and we made sure that we offered him the support, the time, the facility to make this his safe space. He was relaxed here, and after a few hours of being in centre, his demotivation lifted, his anxiety left the building, and he has been a glue as part of the cohort that he was in. And considering when he first came in with his head down, his shoulders slumped, after a couple of weeks, and especially at the end of week 4 when he left here with his head held high, his shoulders back, a big smile on his face, and he is an absolute gentleman.
After his first day of coming in, he was really very, very nervous and wouldn't talk. And after an hour, he was just a different person. Once he met Craig, and Craig was supporting him on his first day, and then he decided that he wanted to come back and do his training.
The traineeship has made a massive change to Chance. He will travel independently to the venue. He will interact with his peers. He has changed immensely in his own personality. He chats more. He'll even answer the phone to people that he's not sure of. He has changed a great deal.
I believe that Chance is deserving of this because he's overcome so many challenges in education and going to different training providers and having negative experiences. So it really deserves it because he's just walked through that journey and done ever so well, really. He's persevered even though he's been knocked back quite a few times.
I think Chance has won this award from Aspiration Training because he has given his all to it. He's developed, he's pushed himself, he's attended all of his lessons, he's wanted and willing to learn and give 100%.
He's been a survivor, and that's the most important thing, that he's really done well, and this is going to set him up for his future, that he knows from this he knows that there'll be nothing that he can't achieve, because if he's achieved this, he knows he can do more in life.
We are so proud of Chance and everything he achieved whilst he was here. He achieved his traineeship and has been offered a full-time position.
I am absolutely overjoyed for what he has done, how he has achieved it, and how he has come so far and persevered with every obstacle that's been in his way.
So a big well done to Chance. Your mum should be very, very proud, as you highlighted there. I think what an absolute inspiration to us all in terms of that perseverance. So a big congratulations, and thank you to Youth Employment UK who've partnered with us on Chance's journey there. So thank you and well done to Chance.
Okay, thank you, Mike. So I get the pleasure of talking to you about the Health and Social Care Apprentice of the Year. And this year, the winner has gone to Judith Walton, and this award has been sponsored by Innovate Awarding. I know I've seen the story for this particular video. It's very, very good. So again, I'll leave you to watch that.
The reason why I nominated Judith was for her dedication and a can-do attitude to the qualification. When Judith started the qualification, we were having difficulties then of gaining access into settings to complete the observations, which was obviously delaying the qualification, even though she was continuing on with her core knowledge, which the work that she was submitting for that was excellent. We had mitigation circumstances then for expert witness testimony. I explained this to Judith on what this meant, that she'd somebody from her workplace, like a manager, could have training to do the ready for assessment for us to get the practice started. Before even finished, she was on it. You know, she was emailing her manager. The manager at the time was very accommodating. She'd done the training and she did the first ready for assessment.
Judith is one of our amazing support workers that works at the care homes. Judith's role is basically to give support to the individuals in both of those homes, promoting their independence, giving them choices, generally supporting them to live as independently as they can.
I like to help people. And so obviously working in care and mental health support is not only challenging, interesting, very, very fulfilling and satisfying, but you build up such a sort of relationship with the residents and the individuals that you want them to sort of achieve as much as their capabilities allow. You want them to enjoy life as much as they can.
She's proactive, she's ahead of the game all the time. She's the one that will sort of, you know, make suggestions in the care homes as well, and I think that absolutely makes her stand out.
She wants to give her best to the people that she supports, because when I was doing observations, you could see that the relationship she had with the individuals that she supports was very professional, getting them to make choices, so using the voice and control, getting them involved, making sure that they were happy with everything. You know, also to the point that when I was coming to the setting, she would obviously check all my LFT tests and things, but she would also check with the individuals that live in the setting that they had not changed their minds about me coming in, and if they had, that would be it, I wouldn't go in, you know what I mean? It was all about the people that she supports.
Pat has been absolutely fantastic. I know I can call on her for advice and support at any time, and everyone who I've come into contact with through Aspiration training has been very supportive.
It's exciting for Judith, it's exciting for us as an organisation as well. We were absolutely thrilled. Obviously Judith is amazingly deserving.
I don't want to do anything half-heartedly. If I'm going to do something, I give it my everything. I wanted to achieve this qualification because it means a lot to me and for my career moving forwards.
It just made absolute sense to me, if I'm completely honest. It really did, you know. To be able to excel doing a course like this, during such challenging times, is really telling of an individual and their capability, really.
When Pat phoned me, I was very excited. I was very proud of myself because I was like, wow, I've actually done something really well here. So yeah, I was very, very proud of myself.
So there we go. Unfortunately, Judith couldn't be with us today, but I know her and her employer, and as you can tell from the video, absolutely ecstatic about winning this award. So again, big congratulations to Judith and the team there. And again, well done to Pat. Fantastic nomination in terms of what you've put forward there, and a really well-deserved worthy winner for Health and Social Care Apprentice of the Year. Health and social care being one of the hardest hit sectors as well over the last 12 months. Really, really special story. So congratulations and well done. Okay, so we move on to Childcare Apprentice of the Year. And again, I get the pleasure of announcing the winner for this one. So Childcare Apprentice of the Year 2021 goes to Nicole Porter. And again, this award has been sponsored by Innovate Awarding. And again, we'll take you through the video and we'll be able to see Nicole's story.
I met Nick via Zoom. I'd never actually met her in person, and she explained to me on the Zoom what was going on in her life as I'd taken over from another assessor. She was just positive all the way throughout, really, the qualification. There were so many times she wanted to give up, but she didn't. She kept going all the way throughout. You know, she'd message, I need to give up, say I need to do this, I need to do that, but, you know, she stayed on target. Some months she would only do one question, other months she'd do a unit, but even when she did the one question, it was a massive achievement for her.
I had a lot of problems with work. Obviously, what with COVID and being in and out of work, and then I was in work and there was some issues within work. So I was back and forth different settings, but then I went back to my original setting. But then my dad got really ill rather quickly, so I spent a lot of time out of work caring for him, basically watching him die, I guess. But I pushed through with the help of my tutor, Sarah. She got me through it. She was there for a shoulder when I needed one.
So what impressed me most about Nick was just her attitude to the qualification, really, and her drive, never giving up no matter what obstacles came in her way. It didn't matter. As she always used to say to me, she wanted to make her dad proud no matter what. So she may not have completed the qualification in the time that was given. That wasn't the important part, and it wasn't the reason why I nominated her. It was the fact that sometimes it doesn't matter how long it takes you to get somewhere, it's the fact that you get there in the end.
I suffer with my mental health at the best of times. So obviously when I was watching my dad, who was literally my best friend, he was my hero. When I was watching him go from being the man that he was into literally just a skeleton, he was just a bag of bones. Like, it was tough.
I was able to relate to Nick because I've been through the same ordeal with my own father when he passed away, and my mother, which wasn't all that long ago, so I was able to relate to her with the things that she was saying to me. So I knew how difficult it was for her to do that work, for her to switch off, because obviously she was caring for her dad as well.
With Sarah and my coursework, that's what sort of helped me through with my mental health, obviously, until afterwards, when it was all done.
And towards the end of the qualification, the last time we did the Zoom together, it was like bittersweet when I qualified her and signed her off. She was so happy, so relieved she'd passed, but also very sad because of her father.
I had the conversation with Sarah, and then, yeah, I just went down when I sat with him and told him I finally kicked myself into gear and done it. And yeah, he was my dad. He was proud of me. He was a proud dad. Always was. Always proud of everything that we did. I don't know why Aspiration training recognised me, probably because of the change in my attitude. The difference that they saw from the very beginning of when life was actually okay to when life was probably the worst it was going to get for me, to actually getting myself into gear and sorting it out. It probably just I guess the development and the difference.
I thought she was going to cry really when I spoke to her. She was so happy and just wanted that recognition that, you know, all her hard work has paid off, really.
I was definitely shocked. I was definitely surprised. See, there's so many different learners out there, and you don't know what people are going through.
Wow, what an absolute fantastic nomination. Well done, Sarah, for putting that through, but huge congratulations to Nicole for this award. Again, personal circumstances that she's described throughout that video, and just the sheer perseverance even to actually push through and achieve her qualification. What a well-deserved and worthy winner for this prestigious award. So congratulations and well done. Okay, so we move on to Business Service Apprentice of the Year for 2021, and I'm pleased to announce that the winner for this particular award goes to Gemma Lamarata. Again, Gemma, we have a short video that we'll take you through in a second. This award has been very kindly sponsored by ACT, and again, we're really pleased to award Gemma Business Services Apprentice of the Year.
I work for Recovery Care and we're a supported living service supporting people with a range of mental health issues, also substance misuse, learning difficulties. So I'm responsible for managing the staff teams, ensuring compliance with CIW, making sure that our residents are happy at the utmost, and making sure that everything is running properly.
I nominated
nominated Gemma because we've been working together since 2019, and when we first started we met on a monthly basis. We were progressing really well, and then obviously COVID hit. Gemma had to obviously concentrate on working with her vulnerable adults, her care sector, and that obviously took priority to start with because she had to make some massive changes within her sector, and obviously resulted in the progression slowing down slightly.
I have got determination, even when things got difficult and it would have been easier to have given up. I did want to continue to push on and complete the qualification, but that's really been helped by my assessor because she's been there pushing me every step of the way as well. So it's been a collaborative effort, I would say.
Every time we met, Gemma would always be very conscious she hadn't done her work. However, full of smiles, always positive. We'd always look to the next visit, what we could use, what she was doing, to try and change that into progression, just not maybe just written work all the time. But then she asked to do a 2-weekly visits, which we started, and then you could see the progression starting. So on top of everything with COVID, putting new structures in place, doing her MVQ, she also got a promotion in work as well, which just shows how well she works within this sector with the vulnerable adults.
I do have a daughter who's got mental health issues, and the pandemic has really affected her mental health, so I've been sort of supporting in both aspects of my life, so it has been really challenging finding the time to, you know, complete the work really.
She has a drive. She wants to be able to show her management skills, which she's definitely got, and go on further within this company for definite.
When Danielle phoned me and told me that I'd won the awards, I wasn't sure what she even meant because I had no idea about it. I was really shocked, I was really surprised, but I was really happy at the same time. It's the first award that I've ever won for anything actually, so yeah, it's taken me by surprise, and I'm still a little bit in shock by it all, to be honest.
So there we go, we've got Gemma's award, Business Service Apprentice of the Year. Gemma, I'm pleased to say you're able to join us today. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you very much. I'd just like to say thank you. That video came out a lot better than I thought it was going to.
And how's your promotion going?
Really well, yeah, everything's going really well. So, and I'm just so pleased.
Oh, well, Gemma, look, fantastic nomination, and well done, Dan, for putting that forward. But, you know, your story is a great one to tell, so congratulations once again and on being our Business Service Apprentice of the Year.
Oh, thank you very much.
Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas.
Take care.
Well done to Gemma. And we're going to move now on to our final Apprentice of the Year award, which is for the dental sector, and the Dental Apprentice of the Year is Georgia Coyle. So well done to Georgia.
Yeah, so I nominated Georgia because she's been an outstanding learner whilst on programme. I inherited her onto my caseload of learners last December. We spoke about career progression within our first meeting, and she's always surpassed level 3 expectations or requirements on the course. She always meets distinction criteria, and she's been an absolute pleasure to teach.
She goes above and beyond every day. She's an asset to any employee, and she's brilliant in everything that she does with 110% effort. She's always willing to help others, and she's always willing to help advise other nurses in the practice, and she's just a joy to be around for all of us.
She's always wanted to complete further coursework before it's even been set and before our next session. I believe she's an absolute worthy winner really of receiving the Learner of the Year, and I wish her the best for her future long-term university goals too.
She just has so much compassion, and she just thinks the sky's the limit. And I think Barish, the clinician that she works with, really helps with that as well, and gives her a lot of empowerment to just be the best that she can possibly be.
I've been working with Georgia just about a year now, and from day one she has been very, very confident with her actions throughout the surgery. Also, she has got the common sense, which most people don't have. For me, that is a very, very important trait. Her communication with patients, for me and for the patients, it's very relaxing. There is never a dull day working with Georgia. She's always happy and bubbly and positive, so bringing that positive energy to the practice, to the surgery every day, it makes a massive difference.
Coming into dentistry and being a dental nurse was totally random, but it's really worked out for the best for me. I find it all so interesting. I'm working fully private with a dentist who's worked with many nurses and asked me to come and work specifically with him, so I was really honoured. The patients that we see, I feel like you have to be a certain type of person to nurse, like you have to be quite compassionate sometimes and understand people, and I think that's where in the health industry in general some people can not have that. Obviously I'm a chatterbox as well.
I've had feedback through management, through other team members in the practice who have spoken about how dedicated, how reliable and how well she works with the team members too. So all them attributes that she has, I thought she really deserved this.
Georgia's work ethic is absolutely amazing. She is so task-driven and so process-driven and wants to do everything to the best of her ability. It's amazing. It's helps other colleagues in the practice rise to that standard as well, and she's always thriving to be the best she can possibly be. My relationship with Aspiration trainings is literally since day one has been so good. It's just flowed. Me and Emily have got on, so that obviously helps. Any questions that I have, she helps me out as well. Like, she's literally just a phone call away. Again, probably her worst nightmare. Actually, some days I'm ringing her up 10 times. I'm like, just answer, what do I need? Like, I need this, help me.
Georgia, you've been an absolute pleasure to teach and mentor these last 12 months, and I'm incredibly happy and proud of how well you've come on in your apprenticeship journey.
I just think it's really important for everyone to keep learning through all stages of life, no matter how old you are, because there's loads of things out there. You never know what's going to strike you and you'll be like, oh my gosh, that's so interesting. Just like me, I guess, nursing.
So a big well done to Georgia. Your absolute passion really shone through there for learning and taking that support into your practices. So big well done, congratulations.
Hi, thank you.
You should be very, very proud. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I am very proud. I'm laughing back at that video as well. What a funny time, hey?
Well, I know Emily absolutely raves about the partnership that you guys have built, and I'm sure you're going to go on to even better and greater things. So well done to Georgia, and congratulations for being our Dental Apprentice of the Year.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And I'd also like to just acknowledge and say a big thank you to City and Guilds, who of course have supported us well in the dental sector and supported this award this year. So that does, ladies and gentlemen, bring us to the conclusion of our YouTube, live YouTube streaming. So we are just going to finally wrap up and just say a final thank you and goodbye to all of our award winners this year, to our sponsors and also to the YouTube viewers. So thank you and congratulations.